as a matter of fact, I know that almost nobody watches these long form videos of mine on YouTube. So for now, at least I can talk candidly over here. And man, I'm scared of attachments. Not just related to football, in general about life. I'm scared of attachments. But specifically when it comes to football, I am getting scared of attachments. The very first footballer that I fell in love with was probably uh, Ricardo Kaká, and but it did not transform into me supporting the club that he played for. That was Real Madrid at the time, and it was more of a casual fascination with the way Kaká was playing. But later on, I started watching the Premier League, and Steven Gerrard used to play for Liverpool back then, and he had just scored the banger against Man City from I guess 30 yards or so, and Liverpool did not win that game, and that was actually when I fell in love with Liverpool. I like the fight in that team, and I like the way they were the underdogs, but still they were punching way above their weight in that particular game. It wasn't a good season. We hadn't even beaten a top 10 side up till that point. We did not beat Man City either in that game. But something clicked inside me. Something made me feel, that made me realize that Liverpool is the team for me. And then after that, there was Luis Suarez. I just loved Luis Suarez, man. But halfway down that fantastic season he had with Sturridge and Sterling, we all knew that Luis Suarez was going to leave for Barcelona at the end of the season, and so there was kind of still, the attachment was not that strong, knowing that he was going to leave, and but after Luis Suarez left, the Brazilian, the little magician, Philippe Coutinho, that was the guy who I got attached to a lot. He was probably the first footballer that I got attached to that extent, and he had also signed a contract extension in January of, I guess, I don't remember the year, but the year before he left for Barcelona. So that was when he signed the contract extension, and I was all over him, man. I was just in awe of how he used to play football and everything that he used to do on the pitch. And then suddenly one day he goes and joins Barcelona. That was really traumatic, and all the attachment issues that I had in life, I used to think that football was an escape from that. But it made me realize that football is actually the same as real life, and even football actually gives me more trauma than life up till that point. And yeah, so the Philippe Coutinho leaving made me realize that football can be sad and football can be disheartening as well. And after that, I actually had attachments with players like Bobby Firmino, Sadio Mane to some extent, not that much, but Bobby Firmino was a player that I used to like a lot. And lately, if you are a follower on Instagram of my page, then you will know which player I am going to talk about now. It wasn't liking at first instance as such. It took me some time to get used to him, but the effort, man, the effort that he used to put, the way he used to run, the way he just ran himself into the ground, and he just kept on trying, kept on trying. He failed a lot of times. He was not a clean goal scorer by any means. He was a showman. He was a performer. And yeah, of course, I'm talking about Darwin Núñez, and the way he used to play for the Reds, it made me fall in love with the game all over. It gave me a different perspective towards football and towards life as well. And when he left Liverpool this summer, oh my god, it hurt. It hurt so much that I cannot express myself in words properly. How I felt about it. A lot of people were happy that he left and we are getting an upgrade in Ekitike and Isak, but there was a part of me that a part of my heart that is still aching for Darwin Núñez, and the reason that I started supporting Liverpool was, it wasn't because of the trophies and the history. Of course, Liverpool has a rich history, but up till that point, when I chose to become a Liverpool fan, I had no knowledge about the trophies that Liverpool had won. I didn't know anything about Liverpool winning the Champions League. I didn't know anything about Istanbul. I knew nothing. But it was the fight and the desire from that Brendan Rodgers side that made me fall in love with Liverpool. And Darwin Nunez kind of personified everything. He was a demonstration of raw courage and determination, and most importantly, grit. Grit is something that in the long run always trumps the other qualities. If you are someone with grit, eventually you will succeed. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It might take a month, it might take a year, it might take a decade, but in the end you will get there. And David Nunez has grit in abundance. He might have moved to Saudi Arabia, but you have to remember that he is hardly 25 or 26, so he has time on his hand, and I am sure he will be back. He will be a good, like, he will perform well in was that USA for the World Cup next year. But also, I'm sure he will be back to Europe within 2 or 3 years, and he will be back with a big club, and he will deliver. I was kind of hoping that he would go to Atletico this summer, but it did not happen. But yeah, I'm sure he will come back. Yeah, and I hope he comes back. Yeah, that's it, guys.